Hey there, welcome. Friends, today we're gonna check the JSP scripting, or in other words, how to make use of normal Java code in our JSP page and mixing the HTML with Java code. Let's quickly add a new project, and the name of the project would be JSP scripting, and we will keep everything as default and we will click on finish. And obviously we will also add the servlet API jar to our project in order to get rid of the unwanted issues. And now let's add one new JSP page in here, scripting.jsp. We'll click on finish, and here is a sample page. Now in this particular page we can easily add Java code, and the way to do it is JSP scriptlet. I will simply make use of JSP scriptlet tag, and in between these scriptlet tag we can add our code. For example, let us add a for loop in here. So I will type in for variable int I equals 0, I is less than 10 and I plus plus. And inside the body of for loop we can print maybe the value of I, and even that could be done by making use of out object, which is readily available to JSP. So I will type in out.println, and for using this out.println we need not to import anything. We can simply make use of this method directly. Now if I execute the program, the output would be very simple, from 0 to 9 on our web page. Here we go. So this is the perfect output. And for example, if we want to make use of the br tag, there is two ways to it. For example, we can make use of again println, and in here in between double quotes we can make use of br tag. Now friends, this particular lecture is based on JSP and Servlet, and we won't be able to cover HTML in it. If you guys have prior knowledge of HTML, that would definitely help, and if you don't, we would recommend you guys to check the HTML basic tutorial first before going ahead with this course. This particular br tag means it is a self-contained tag, and this doesn't require a closing brace because we have the closing and opening tag enclosed within. So this is part of HTML in fact, and if I execute the program now, every value of I would be in a line. Apart from this, we need not to worry about any typecasting. Even though we are printing I as a string, it would be taken care by the JSP itself. Now for example, we need to add some HTML in between, and we don't want this particular notation in here. Even that is possible. For doing so, we can do it like this. We will close the scriptlet in here, and we will open the scriptlet again like this. Let me make some changes in order to make things cleaner to you guys. So let me format this little bit, and now friends, this particular closing brace of for loop is under a separate scriptlet, and which is perfectly fine. Now in between these two parameters or these two tags, we can make use of any HTML. For example, in here we can type in hello. There won't be any issue, or there won't be any compile time error. If now I execute the program, there would be hello couple of times, right? Now why we are printing 0, 1, 2, 3? We are printing because of this particular line. Now we can, in fact, in here we can add any tag. For example, a strong, s needs to be in lowercase, and we will close strong. And again, if we execute the program, it would be 0 hello, 1 hello, like this. Let me close all these versions, and obviously we can make use of br tag in here to make things more cleaner in fact. And in here we can concatenate a text. For example, text would be colon. Here we go. So this looks better now. So the point I'm trying to make is that mixing of these kind of scriptlet is perfectly fine. In fact, we can add any code in here. For example, making a decision if, by making use of if statement. Again, that is possible. So in here, let us keep things as it is and let's use a new scriptlet. Here we go. And in here, for example, add a condition, or in fact, in here we can add a condition, and the condition would be if the value of I is maybe 5, then we would print hello world. So this would be easy. In here we would add one new scriptlet, and the condition would be if I is not equal to 5, then we would be printing hello. It would be closing braces of if. Let me arrange the text in a proper way, which would definitely make things more readable. So if the I is not equal to 5, then we would be printing hello, else we would be printing hello world. And this time we would be making use of a simple trick, and that trick would be out.println, and inside println, for example, we can copy this from here and paste it in here, and this would be in between double quotes, obviously. Here we go. And in here we would be typing in hello world. So this is the case. Whenever the value of I would be 5, we would be printing hello world. So everything and anything could be possible, and we can make use of these kind of a script in JSP easily. And this particular convention is terrible to understand because it is very confusing that where and the code got started and where it is ended. But many a times in JSP, for small calculation only, we may require JSP scripts, and this is the way how we can do. Usually Java application, we doesn't depend on these kind of scriptlet. There is rather a specific way to handle things, and majorly frameworks are used in order to develop web application. But this is the way which we must know that how to mix things with JSP, because many a time it becomes very handy to use these things for very small calculation. And this is all about today's lecture, and how we can make use of tag inside the println tag and keep things simple, or we can mix the HTML in a raw format, even that is possible. And we can make use of any keywords in Java, may it be for loop or making condition with if. And I hope I have made myself clear and the things are easy to understand. The source code of all the programs would be available to you guys. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.